not dismiss this
So
or
it's not-
remove this ordinance.
We don't own any of the property.
We just
do
made
have
it, okay.
Something was going on in 1992 that they were looking for a plan to do something that didn't happen. That's not what was going on.
Correct, Councilman. My thought that there's a pump house head in that area, but I spoke to Laura Fell, she couldn't confirm that. But that was my first thought, is they wanted rights to maintain that water head if they needed to. Okay, thank you.
16 and 17 is to approve the clerk going on a 2-week vacation.
Sure it is.
Yay! Go on vacation.
No, it's Sarah's second year at the Clerks Basic Institute, which is item number 16. She's in her second year of the 3-year program, and this is my Master Academy, which is like the continuation to keep my points per se, so then keep my certification.
Oh, it's Deputy Clerk. I thought you were going to both of them.
Oh, no. Sarah's 16.
It says Mount Pleasant, we all know what's there.
Yeah.
I have not been to the casino in the last. I do not, I'm telling you, I don't think I like to give money away because I don't win.
Oh, you sent a letter through email.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody's interested. I'm just asking, have you already prepared that breakdown, or you said you had a breakdown available? If anybody
Oh,
tries
I
to
can
get-
give it to you, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
No, I don't need it, I'm just saying, it's
Oh.
already available, or
Yeah,
you can make it
I
available.
can make it available. I have my notes somewhere.
Okay, number 18, this is for authorizing Wayne County to do what they have to do. You want to explain that to us a little bit?
Yeah, this is an annual permit that Wayne County actually sends to us to sign so we can do work in their right of way. And they send it to us annually to sign, and this is just giving the authority for me or Greg to sign the permit. It's for putting banners in the Wayne County right of way, doing water main breaks, any kind of work that we can do. Small road repairs that we cost.
Do we do the same for them? Oh, no.
We do this permit every year, then we get something a little bit.
This is basically a blanket permit that we get from Wayne County annually. We have to renew it every year. And we're adopting our liability. The council is approving it, that portion of it.
All right, that brings us to 19. And, Mr. Bach would like to change one word in this motion. So it reads, motion to approve new 3-year commercial hauling and disposal bid rather than contract with GFL low bidder in the amount per year not to exceed 106 and blah, blah, blah.
How is it a bid?
Yeah.
We went out to bid. These are bids that were sent back to us.
Right.
We're recommending that the council approve the low bid.
Right.
Once you approve the low bid, whoever that bidder may be, we're recommending the low bid. Then we would get a contract with that low bidder.
So there's not a contract in place?
No, there is no
What did they bid
contract
on
on
this?
They bid on a bid document that we sent out. We didn't send out a contract. We sent out a bid document for pickups for commercial waste disposal, for dumpsters basically to pick up, for city buildings and the condominium complex.
So we're not going to enter into a contract with them?
We are entering into a contract, but we don't have the contract until the council
So
approves
you'll
low
bring it
bid.
back to us for approval?
Absolutely. Yep. We'll have the council attorney, the city attorney approve the contract for any corrections, then we bring it forward to the city council.
So basically, we're approving your recommendation then.
For the low bid?
Yeah.
Correct.
And this is coming out.
If you accept my recommendation on the low bid.
And this is coming out of Act 179.
Jason, that is all coming out of 179?
Yeah, Act 179 rubbish fund, yes.
Okay, can we make sure that we put those on the agenda, you know, where it's coming out of, like the other, like the.
You want to put this in the motion?
Well, right now, it's just a bid, so.
Right.
Yeah,
He's
why-
saying when we
do
do the contract.
It should-
Typically, Jason or accounting will do that subpage, you know, where it
Yeah, but
says.
it's usually on the agenda, so people looking at it in the audience
For
knows
Yeah,
where
right.
it comes from.
Yeah, for sure.
It's still confusing why we're approving.
Well, I can't write a contract till I know who the council approves.
Can you add the words recommended by, at the end of it, recommended, as a recommendation from?
One of the,
You gotta clear this up.
I did ask for a copy of the contract because I thought there was a contract, and there have been, I would say more times than not, where the contract is being brought before us for approval. I think that's why we were all expecting. to
In
see
some
a contract.
situations, we do that, but this was an actual bid that went out, and we can't go into contract with the certain vendor until the council approves that low bid to go in front of the, what, I mean, for a situation, I can recommend that the low bid, and if the bids were so close, and if someone comes in and protests, because we did have some questions about the low bid, who was Rizzo, and I don't know if the council would say, no, we don't want Rizzo, we want somebody else. Well, it's not Rizzo anymore, it's Green for
A lot
Life.
of times we get a template of the contract and the dates wouldn't be in there and the names wouldn't be in there. But I don't have a problem with what we're doing. He's saying if we're gonna acknowledge a low bidder, he'll negotiate that contract and then the contract will come before us and we'll still be able to approve or deny. So
Absolutely.
that the process makes sense to me. I have questions about how we got here, but I think the process makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't want to put the cart in front of the horse per se.
You know, we're saying there's a low
Yeah,
bidder,
yeah.
how are they the low bidder, what did they?
We went out to,
What did they bid on?
they bid out on commercial, we have some documentation that we believe in here, for commercial pickup only, and city buildings.
So
Yeah.
basically,
It was for dumpster pickups for commercial buildings, which includes all city buildings and the condominium complex,
do they do the
which we assess them for this.
compost?
This is not part of the dumpsters at the compost, because, just to let you know, this is coming forward to the next council meeting. As soon as we get the contract in place and reviewed from the city attorney, we renegotiated our tipping fees with the city of Riverview, the dump. And this has been going back and forth, in the last ditch effort, we really got a really good price, which reduced our costs quite substantially.
From the compost.
And so we're gonna be including any of the dumpsters at the compost yards for the to dump at Riverview, which was not part of this contract for hauling.
But this does include tipping fees, right?
Well,
No, this does not. This bid is for hauling and disposal, completely not going into our tipping fees because it was cheaper. The contractor gave us a better rate for hauling and disposal than we could get for hauling and using our own tipping fees. And that's why we are going, and plus there's more to it than that. When we have the contractor pick up these dumpsters, there's some issues that we have with the current with Republic. They have their own contracts to pick up, including with our contracts, and they're doing one all at the same time. And they even admitted to us, they are going to Riverview Highlands and charging, we're paying the tipping fees, and it's not all our rubbish. Some of it's someone else's that has nothing to do with our contract. We can't control it. So in order to get rid of that problem, we're gonna have the contractor pick up and disposal that is not included with our tipping fees.
So
I think it goes into the incinerator, so they give us a better price.
So a 40-yard dumpster, I think I've seen is like $240.
If that's what it is in
That's
there.
pick up and disposal.
That's pick up and disposal. It's all one fee. They're doing, yep, the tipping fees aren't included because
A couple at the
they're taking it somewhere else. They're not taking it to Riverview. But they could take it to Riverview if they want.
Right, they do what they want, that's what
Yes.
they're being charged.
Yep.
So if you have them at the DPW, wherever, you know, call them up, it's $240, gone.
Take it out of here. Yep. And they're not using our tipping fees because, one, this is a better rate, and the biggest issue is we do have problems currently with policing this contract because they can pick up all their customers in between, and we don't know if it's our rubbish that we're paying for or theirs. And then they're taking it and charging it and just putting it on our account. So we don't have to worry about
So
that.
now we're talking about the 1- and 2-yard dumpsters where they dump it into the
The
truck.
front loaders.
So they'll pick up 5 restaurants and they'll pick up a city building.
Well, I think this is all this is, I think what this contract isn't, correct me if I'm wrong, Jason, it's all city buildings plus the condominium complex.
can I get a clarification, because the financial analysis that we have
Parks.
really says roll-off containers, so aren't we talking about a DPW?
We don't have them at the DPW anymore, we got rid of those containers.
Compost.
No, the compost yard is not included in this.
It's in the financial analysis that we gave, and it's calculated in the savings of 170 grand per year.
Not the compost yard. The compost is gonna go separately with, on our tipping fees. That was totally separate issue.
But why did we get a financial analysis that includes those costs?
Let me look at the,
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe
And I,
maybe we asked for it, but we are not including it.
I think it's in the bid though, too.
It's not.
It's in the
I can
RFP.
tell you it's not.
Do you have roll-offs anywhere else besides compost?
Yes.
You have roll-offs somewhere else?
Option 3 is in the RFP that was sent to me today. And this is what.
I'm looking at it right now. I got mine notes here. I know that we are not including the compost in this contract, the compost yard, it is separate.
And that's what's meant by the roll-offs.
If we had the compost including in this contract, the Great Lakes, or Green for Life would not be the low bid. Since we removed that, because Advance would have been a low bid if we included it.
Well, I think,
But we didn't include it, so that, because of that cost,
Advance is the low bid if we don't include roll-offs. If we include roll-offs, Rizzo is the low bid. I think that's the way this works.
it's vice versa. If we included the roll-offs, Advance would have been the low bid, and taking that out, Green for Life is the low bid. It's
I'm
actually,
only going by. the
I didn't
document
create
given.
this sheet.
Advance has got, for options 1 and 2 subtotal, 41 grand a year. Rizzo's got 55 grand a year. If we add in roll-offs, Advance is 217 grand a year. Rizzo's 218. When you start deciding who gets what, I think what disposal fee we're gonna work, it turns out that Rizzo's at 205 and Advance is at 207. But for options 102, based on the financial analysis provided to council, Advance is $14,000 a year cheaper.